Now, this goes back to one of my own personal uh, philosophical beliefs, and one of the things from my way of life that I live by. I personally don't really let dead old people tell me what the fuck to do. Like, there's a lot of things that I read and that I digest and that I align with and I agree with, but a lot of these things were already within me and I already agree with it. Like, when I read Marx, I'm sitting here like, damn, hell yeah, nigga, yeah, nigga, what? Yeah. Like, bro, I'm literally reading that shit like it's coming out of my own mind, less than it's a thought that somebody else is presenting to me. And this is what a lot of people fail to do in life is analyze things and concepts that they're presented with and really thinking, do I align with that? And for me, I am very, very able to do that at a base level. Like, it's not really a hard thing. So like, just because a figure of influence says something doesn't mean that I'm gonna fucking care or it's going to influence the way I think. And I really like, this goes back to a thing that I hate. Another thing that I hate really is when fucking white liberals try to fucking quote Martin Luther King at me and shit. Stop that shit, bro. That's so fucking cringe. Number one. Number two, I like, all due respect to MLK. He was a great man, but I really don't give a fuck what Martin Luther King said in this context of when you replying to me saying stop oppressing us. It's fucking irrelevant because he died fighting for our freedom. And honestly, some leftists might hate me for saying this, but I fundamentally disagree with Fred Hampton on it being my responsibility to kindly educate an ignorant individual or to be respectful and calm when dealing with people who align with oppressive values. I personally don't want to fucking deal with that, and I'm not about to fucking educate any grown ass adult who has access to information and chooses to be willfully ignorant because they don't want to deal with cognitive dissonance. Discourse with the people who feel so strongly enough to speak in opposition of simple statements like everyone should have a place to sleep, or everyone should have food to eat, or people deserve health care. Things that are more moralistic and less political, they're too far indoctrinated by capitalism. And it's pointless to even try to talk with them. And in most cases, these people tend to be conservative without acknowledging that they have adopted conservative ideology. Like, I personally don't feel like it's my obligation, just because I have some information that I am presenting to them that they might not know, that it's my obligation to be like, oh, I know something that you don't know. Let me be kind to you, for you know not what you like. Nigga, that's some condescending ass shit. And like, not to be disrespectful, rest in peace, Fred Hampton. I fuck with you. But like, that sounds like some really condescending ass shit in my opinion. Like, just because I know some shit that this person doesn't know does not mean that I have any less of a emotional attachment to the the fight for my liberty and against my oppression than they have an attachment to their fucking simping for capitalism. Like, that doesn't fucking make me a better person. And I mean, I want, yeah, it doesn't make me a better person, and it doesn't make me more or less uh inclined to be emotional or have emotions. That seems like some really condescending shit. Just like, I can't really think of any other way to say it. Like, oh, because I know something now, I'm not prone to these emotions that you have because you're ignorant and you don't know this stuff that I know, fool. Like, bro, that's so wild to me. And like, no disrespect, but I don't agree with that. Because number one, it really doesn't necessarily apply to our modern times. I'm not out here fucking on the streets talking to these fucking racist people. A lot of the times when I'm presenting people these ideas, because of the place that I live in, they're more receptive to these ideas. Like, I live in a more liberal area. The most that I encounter a lot of racism is online, and it's really just them screaming at me through a screen, and like me providing hostility back really does nothing, because they already aren't gonna fucking change their mind and what they believe, and they never were. Most people on the internet might not even feel what the fuck they're saying. They might just be saying the shit for engagement. So like, really, that goes back to my original point of, you need to be looking at things and information that you're presented and analyzing it critically and really thinking about, do I align with this, and does it apply to my life and in the context of the situations that I find myself in. And that's more realistic than just reading somebody's theory in books and using it as an instruction manual for how you should live your every fucking day life. I don't advise anybody to do that. That's wild to me. That's weird that people do that kind of shit. But I digress. That's not the point of this, and I've went a little bit long.